Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Meadow 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews. And today I want to discuss a local beer from Norton, Massachusetts. I live in the next town over from that town. And it is Bog Iron. Bog Iron Brewery, established 2011. And I have a 33.8 ounce growler here. They do the swing top styles. They do a 33.8 ounce growler. And they also do a 500 milliliter 16.9 fluid ounce growler. So you can take home a pint. This one cost me $10 here. And this is the one I'm going to review tonight. And it is called Jump Back. Jump Back is an American India Pale Ale. It is at 7.1% alcohol by volume. And if I can quickly read from the website, Jump Back is a West Coast style IPA. American IPA featuring a huge hop aroma bursting with notes of citrus and tropical fruits. The malt character is understated but balanced. And the beer finishes dry to let the layered hop flavors and aromas take center stage. They say it is 78 IBUs. So, I am very much looking forward to trying the Jump Back. And I'm going to put the Jump Back into, let me show you again. If it'll let me, come on YouTube. Into this physics home draft system. I like to put growlers in there and then tap them. And I'm also going to have it with Devour white cheddar mac and cheese with bacon. And I also put some Frank's Red Hot on there. And that is the glass I'm going to use. So without further ado, let me pop this. Boom. Let me put it into the system one-handed. Let me put the draft line in there. And then I close the unit. I seal the unit. And you pull the handle back to tap the beer. And then when you're 2/3 of the way done pouring it, you push it backwards and it gives you a pseudo nitrogen style head. So let's see if I can even do this. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, guys. I'm gonna try to set this up. We'll try to. I don't know if I'm gonna get you that imagery there, but you know what? Hang tight, everybody. This glass isn't going to pour the most amount of beer, so I'm going to hopefully get a good enough pour out of it. All right. We have the Hop Back. There it is with its nitrogen style head that it wouldn't have created otherwise if it wasn't either in a nitrogen tap or in this physics system. So let's see if I can swing this around and do a video review finally here. So yeah, you're getting, I'd say it's hazy, it's not real cloudy from any sediment. There are some streaming bubbles coming up. It is a tan kind of looking head, whitish tan, off-white, and it's definitely that copper orangey type color that you would expect from a West Coast IPA. So let's see if it smells like a West Coast or West Coast style IPA. Yeah, yes it does. A lot of the beers that I've smelled and had from Bog Iron seem to have a honey-like quality to them. And I think some of them do use honey. So it could be that that's an easy fermentable to use. So I'm getting honey, I'm getting the grapefruits, the pineapples, the oranges. All that juicy hop quality is very light. There is a light resinous oily quality in the background. There is that caramel maltiness there. There is an overriding, an underlining, I should say, sweetness to it. Biscuity notes, bready malts, and a little bit of a spicy hop zing. So, I mean, it smells like you want a West Coast style IPA. Let's see how she tastes. Jump back from Bog Iron Brewery, Norton, Mass. She tastes the part. Definitely tastes the part of a West Coast IPA. I'm getting a lot of spicy hop notes in there. I'm getting those pine notes. I'm getting a slight sticky quality, a sticky oil, hop oil resinous quality. Very oily and hoppy at the end of the sip before it dries. Definitely caramel malts, definitely toffee malts. Definitely a biscuity kind of a thing going on. But you're definitely getting grapefruit first and foremost. And again, pineapple and oranges are to be expected in there. But definitely a grapefruit forward West Coast style IPA. I think they're nailing this pretty good. And I'm happy about that because I do like my IPAs, and West Coast ones have been what got me into the IPAs. Not quite a juicy New England style. That's not really what they were going for, but it's nice. There's a sweetness in there that's hard for me to describe. There's like this sweet, a sweet yeasty kind of a flavor component going on in there. It's almost got a marmalade, kind of a jam, kind of a candied, not quite candied sugar, but I guess the marmalade or the jam is a better way to describe the sweetness, like an orange marmalade or something like that. It kind of has the malt flavor in a sense to almost an English style ale. It's almost like an English style bitter or extra special bitter with the typical fruity, citrusy pine notes of a West Coast IPA. So that's a really good way to describe that. I'm going to try it again. Like I said, I have the Devour white cheddar mac and cheese with bacon, and I put my Frank's Red Hot all over that because I love me some Frank's Red Hot. By the way, this is one of the better microwavable meals you can get, I think. Very creamy. See how it goes with this American IPA, West Coast style. Jump back from Bog Iron. That is delicious. It cuts through the fat and that rich creaminess of the mac and cheese, and it resets the palate again and dries it out, cleans it off. It's really crisp, it's really clean once it dries, and it is, yeah, I guess I would say it's refreshing. It's a straight up, I would say it's a straight up medium bodied. It definitely has a little bit of a heft and a girth to it. Tiny bit of the hop oils and the resinous qualities. Little touch sticky. It's not like drinking pine sap, but if they added any more hops to it, it could have. If they added any more, hops and bitterness to this thing, I'm sure you could get to the pine sap resinous kind of qualities. It's not a Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's not that light or watery at all. But what would I give the hop back? The jump back. I think there is a beer called Hopback. But the Jump Back, definitely not my favorite of the West Coast style IPAs, but it's drinking damn good right now, and I have no problem giving that. I think it's really representative of the West Coast IPA. So for style overall, an A is a good way to go, I think, on that. I think if it had a touch less of that marmalade-y sweetness to it and more malts brought up into the beer up front about it, I would probably give it that A range, that 93 or 4. But as it is right now, it's going to get a borderline A. It's going to get that 88 from me. I've been getting a lot of Bs in that range lately, but you have to overwhelmingly wow me to get your A ranges. So, I mean, as far as a local Massachusetts brewery making a West Coast style IPA is concerned, I think they nailed that in general. I just think it's a little bit too sweet and more malts could be brought up into the flavor. But other than that, I'm nitpicking. So 88. Bog Iron. Gotta give you that address, because I haven't given that address out yet. Bog Iron is located at 33 West Main Street in Norton, Mass. 508-952-0555 is their number. And you can email them at info@bogironbrewing.com. They're on Twitter and Facebook, Bog Iron Brewery, or Bog Iron Brewing. And they're open on Wednesdays from 4 to 9, Thursdays from 4 to 9, Fridays from 4 to 9, and Saturdays from noon to 7. I believe that beer cost me $10 for the 33.8 ounce growler, so can't really complain at that rate. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy some more of the growler. Enjoy this macaroni and cheese by the Devour Company there, and great stuff from Bog Iron. You got to support your local breweries, and everybody these days needs to support one another. Don't involve yourself in beer snobbery. Don't involve yourself in only craft beer and not macro breweries, or don't hate on people that like macro breweries. Introduce them to other things. Even enjoy a PBR every now and then, craft beer guys. So, until next time, keep tasting these great beers. Great micro brewery beers. Cheers. See you soon.